Oh, hold on.
What's going on?
Oh, nope. Oh, this is a fine way to start.
What are you doing?
A fine way to start.
Don't mind us.
How about that? We're in an internal
We're in a loop.
loop of
Wait, make it stop. I don't like it.
I know. Hold on.
Oh.
Oof. Man, technology, you know? Oof.
Watching you struggle through that. 5 years later, we still... It's okay.
Trying to find where that is playing.
Is it still going?
No, I mean...
Okay. Wait, I can't hear it.
No, it's the speaker is off.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, sorry about that, but it was a surprise for everyone. Hopefully it kept you in suspense. Yeah, Mystery Theaters is Todd.
There we go.
Todd. Oh, geez.
All figured out now.
Thanks for saving the world, Chad.
Yeah, no problem.
Our world, at least.
Yeah, our world. How's everyone doing?
Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Thanks for... If you're still here, thanks. Thanks for being here. I guess I'll go ahead and open this up.
Yeah, go ahead and
I'll pour a little
bit of that. What we've got on the agenda for tonight is we're going to start out with the Booker's 2021-02. See, I'm still not used to saying it right.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right.
2021-02.
Which I feel like we've just been talking about Bookers a lot lately, but I think that's just because of this most recent episode that came out on Friday. Right. And then we always, when we get a hold of the, I don't know, what do you call it? Multi-annual? Biannual? No, it's not biannual. I don't know. Semi-annual releases. We always open them up, whether it's Booker's or Larceny or Elijah Craig or literally whatever else, Old Fits, all those things. We open them up. So it just happened to be that time. So if it feels like we've been talking about Booker's a lot, that's probably true. But yeah, maybe we won't for a while now. Yeah. But I'm excited about that. And we got that Russell's too.
Yes,
right.
The Russell's
I'm very excited about that.
Barrel strength, 13 year, which we've been hearing really great things about, and I'm really excited and wanting to weigh in on it. So, two real heavy hitters. So, we might get into other stuff. I don't know, but that's what's on the docket for tonight.
This is a sample of the Lost Prophet, and this is from Hubbie. Yeah, our friend Hubbie who sent this to us. I've never had this before. Actually, I just tasted it. It's quite tasty.
I haven't had it either. So
I'm honestly not usually a big fan of the Orphan Barrel stuff.
Well, this, interestingly enough, is credited as the George C. Stagg Distillery, which is Buffalo Trace. 22 years old. It's 90.1 proof. Had an MSRP of $120. But this was written back in 2015. So this has been around for a while. Yeah, released in December of 2014.
Wow, so yeah, this one's been out there for a while. So thanks to Hubbie for sharing this with us.
Man, that does smell good.
Kilco's here, and he says, for the record, your Elijah Craig barrel pick won during my Elijah Craig competition flight. Isn't that a nice surprise?
Bourbon in the middle.
Quarterly, thank you. I don't even know.
Yeah, 4 quarters.
I struggle with the words sometimes. Today isn't my finest mental clarity day. It's a Sunday. JG wants to know about the merch drop. I'm so glad you brought it up.
You're talking about the rollout?
The rollout. Yeah. So the plan was to release everything this coming Friday, because today is actually the 5-year anniversary of the channel. This day. On Today in History.
This day. Well, we call it the channel anniversary because it's when we released our very first full episode.
Which is, I think, what
50
counts.
bourbons under $25.
Right. Yeah. Not when we got the YouTube.
Not when we founded the channel or put out that teaser trailer,
but like the actual first episode.
First episode. When it all started. It's Bourbon Night number 1. Yeah, was July 11th, 2016.
So we've got a bunch of new glassware, shirts. We've hats, anniversary coin, a limited edition glass, and some other things that we've been working on. And so we've been trying to get everything here all together at once, because what we didn't want to do was release one thing one week, people buy it, and they pay for the shipping. And then we release another thing the next week, and then they're like, well, now I want that too. Right. I got to pay for shipping again. So we were trying to hold out so everything would be available all at once. Obviously, because of, you guys already know, supply chain issues, production being backed up, blah, blah, blah. It's not going to happen that way.
I'm going to stand up again.
We're probably going to have 2 drops. So we still are going to go ahead with the stuff for this Friday. But what won't be there is our limited edition anniversary challenge coin and our hats. We're still waiting on hats. They should be in the next 3 weeks, maybe. So yeah. So we'll be posting that stuff on Friday. If you want to go ahead and get it now, great. That's awesome. And then if you want the other stuff later, that's great. If you want to hold out, that's great too.
It's all great.
I'm not sure what you're doing, but that's fine.
I'm just getting a little picky.
We have 2 kinds of hats. Yeah, the coin, a couple new shirts, working on even more shirts. So, yeah, it's a big time over here. Meanwhile, our garage is getting remodeled so that we can, not remodeled. It was never modeled.
It's getting modeled.
It's getting modeled. It was unfinished. It's being finished because we have so much merch, which is great, but we're moving our fulfillment out there so that, you know, we can live our lives in our home.
That's right.
And not be surrounded by boxes.
Our first super chat of the evening comes from Jeffrey. He says, first live stream since I got married in Ireland. And celebrated my birthday this weekend. Cheers. Well, happy, what do you say? Happy wedding. Happy
Congratulations on your wedding.
Congratulations. And happy birthday.
Wedding.
Happy wedding.
And happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you for all of you who are saying congratulations and happy anniversary in the chat. It is much appreciated.
Thank you.
It's hard to believe it's been 5 years, and then yet also I feel like we've been doing this for forever.
Yeah. Now this live isn't our, like, we titled it like the ramp up to the 5-year anniversary, even though today is the 5-year anniversary.
It's more of a season.
And you kind of already explained it because of the rollout. But next Sunday, will be our official, like, celebration when we're planning a few things.
Who taught him rollout?
Schitt's Creek.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, rollout.
But yeah, next week.
Next week will be the official, live celebration.
We're working on a big episode. Mm-hmm. So this coming Friday might be a lighter episode.
Still anniversary themed.
Still anniversary themed, but maybe not the big one. The big fish.
Because we're working on the
We're working on it. It requires going back through many years of footage. So
about 5.
About 5 to be exact.
And James saying happy anniversary. Looking forward to many, many years and pours.
Oh, thanks, James.
Many more years.
Trev's tuned in from Cancun.
So much, James. Appreciate it.
Can't lie, I'm pretty jealous.
It's in Cancun?
Yeah, he still has his captain's hat, he says. He took it with him.
I would hope so. Jeez. This is good.
That's what I'm saying. But, I mean, it's 22-year-old, Buffalo Trace, so,
It's different than some of the other.
That's why I was so shocked when I sipped it. I'm normally... Well, the only Orphan barrels that I can remember my feelings on are the Rhetoric series. And I've always have felt like they're too oaky for me. Like, they're way over oaked for me. So, sipping this...
What's that 15-year silver one called? It's like something and something.
Oh, I know it. Forged Oak?
Yep, Forged Oak.
But it's not and anything.
Nope.
I've
had Forged Oak. I've had a lot of the Rhetorics, and then the
Gifted Horse.
Gifted Horse, which I actually like the Gifted Horse. It's a whiskey, but
I haven't had the one with the pig on it.
Oh, that's like $500.
Oh, I haven't had that one.
That one's not a bourbon or an American whiskey. I think that's I forget its story, but it's not normal. And then there was what was it called? Entrapment? No, that's not right.
I think that actually...
Is it Entrapment?
Something like that.
Enter the bourbon.
But wasn't that Canadian?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, okay.
But old stuff.
Old stuff.
Let's
see. Jason wants to know, are tours at distilleries open now? A lot of places have opened it back up.
Sorry, I thought you were going with Cameron.
They're still not exactly 100% in most places, but I think a lot of places have opened back up. So that's nice. It's definitely picking back up. Cameron says, congrats on 5 years of amazing content and the creation of a community that supports the spirit we love. Drink more bourbon. How sweet.
I have to get a tiny more pour so I can properly...
I have a little.
Cowbell, cheers you.
Barter House, says Nick.
Barter House.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Couldn't think of it. I'm feeling a little scratchy today. A little raspiness.
A little scratchy. Yeah.
Oh, well.
You got your Lohan on.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think we're going to finish this nice guy up. This is a good proof to start at. Start kind of low. And we're going to break into that Booker's. If you're watching the replay and you're wanting just to get to certain parts, should have chapter marks down there that you can Jump around. But we do have a few what's news.
Well, we do, and we should go through those. But for our Booker's Pour, we could preview the fancy glass, the limited edition glass.
We'll do that when we get to the...
Which is now.
Which is now.
We were going to get to the Booker's, but it's right now.
We have some what's news to put in between.
But we were just talking about the merch. You know what?
Let's do it.
It's your show. I'm just here.
No, let's do it. We're going to work things out, kids. Don't worry, Mom and Dad aren't fighting. We're just working things out on air.
I'm so excited. I just want to show them. You won't be able to see the designs
Right.
up close, but we do have these lovely cut crystal Glencairns. They have a logo on the one side.
Yeah.
And then a 5-year anniversary little emblem on the other side. And I have to say, I had to pour out of these, I think Friday afternoon, right after they came in, and I was like, man, this feels good.
When I used
feels
to,
good.
it does feel good. When I used to drink out of rocks glasses before I got into Glencairns, I really liked a nice heavy base rocks glass because I want some weight to it. And I didn't even realize that that's something I've kind of been missing since switching to Glencairns is kind of that weight. And man, right here on these suckers, here's your weight.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's back.
I like these a lot.
And it's right here.
And we took them to a thing on Friday night, just like a little game night. And already, I've had a couple people text me just from that and be like, hey, are those on your website yet? I'm like, oh, not yet. But also, no. I mean, friends and family, you wait for the refill round. Like,
right.
These got to go to the customers.
Yeah, absolutely.
We waited so long for them. I'm so happy. Like, these symbolize a lot to me. So, I'm very excited about it. They like them, they said.
Good.
Very exciting.
Yeah, they're very cool.
Yeah, Daniel, we're not fighting. We're just having a little discussion, a little debate. We do this often.
Sometimes Mom and Dad's...
Well, and I also find, like, because we're both creatively minded and when we're talking about things for the show, we generally start on opposite ends of the answer. And, like, I will say, I think where we land most of the time is better than either of our original ideas.
Absolutely.
Like, I think working that out really helps. It's nice to have a good sounding board, too. Thomas says, congratulations on 5 years, and we just got our Knob Creek rye pick in, and we're already loving it. Thanks.
Nice.
Oh, we love that one, too.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to cheers you with.
I'll double cheers you.
We'll just do one. Nope.
Oh.
I'm taking it away.
All right. Okay.
JG says that you are inappropriately handling the glassware again. When wasn't the first time?
Right. Oh, it was probably that bottle of Riggleman, Christine Riggleman Reserve.
Oh, yeah, that was probably it. Yep. I don't know.
Yeah, once you watch the replay, you're like, oh, I see.
Yeah, I didn't watch the replay, but now I kind of want to. All right, let's bring the bookers out.
They're curious what games we played at game night.
We played... What did we play? Yahtzee.
No, we're doing What's News.
They asked what we played. Oh, yeah, we're doing What's News. Okay. But they asked what game we played, and you said no. I'm like...
No, we did play Yahtzee.
We played Yahtzee.
And Catchphrase.
My parents love Catchphrase. It was at my parents' house with some friends. Because they love game night.
So I was over, speaking of parents, I was over at my parents' house, and I was helping my dad move something in our garage, and I look up on the shelf, and I see this. And I was like, what is
this, and how have I never seen it before?
Because, my parents, my mom has a bottle of bourbon for cooking.
Right, for baking.
And they'll occasionally have, like, maybe a glass of wine or something, but they're not really big drinkers, so I was extra perplexed. Like, what?
What is this?
I go and I pick it off the shelf, and yes, there is something in there. And it's this beautiful Old Fitzgerald golden bow, right?
Yes, golden bow.
And I think it's that because I think this is
a bow,
a partridge in a pear tree. I think like bow. I think it was like maybe a holiday, like Christmas type series or something. I'm not really sure, but that does kind of look like a partridge.
It does.
And I would call that a pear tree.
Okay, it's what he says it is.
I guess, but it's called Golden Bow Decanter. It's a bottled and bond, 4/5 quart, and it's 6 years old, and it's Stitzel Weller. So I looked it up, and this would have been bottled in 1970. So it was distilled 1 year before Julian Pappy Van Winkle died. So really wish this was full.
I mean, the only way it would be better is if it was full.
But still, a very cool bottle. It's missing the faux tax strip.
Because it's already been opened,
Yeah. But box and all right here.
Trev says Cancun physically won't let him super chat. That's funny. Trev, you do enough. Thank you. Let's see. Jonathan asked about the glasses. How's the lip on them? It
Thicker.
is maybe slightly thicker. But, like, honestly,
It's not like a Norland where it's
No, I mean...
learning curve thick.
I can't... It might be, like, almost imperceptible. It's just like a teeny bit.
Inconceivable.
Right. Otherwise, they're relatively the same lip. I feel like they did a nice job of keeping that pretty close. But I mean, I think it's a thicker, crystal's like a little bit thicker or whatever, so.
Yeah.
It's just like
It's
a tiny
definitely
bit.
heftier. This comes to us thanks to a friend that helped us out with this.
How did I not know this was in the house?
I couldn't tell you, Sarah, but...
You never tell me when you buy things.
But this is the experimental collection from Buffalo Trace. This is the first time we've owned one of these. This is really cool. Total production was 3 barrels. It was distilled in October of 2009 and barreled in 2009. I don't know when it was bottled. It doesn't say.
Well, it was released recently, right?
Oh,
no?
age of bottling 11 years. Yeah.
Okay.
It is chill filtered. It's 90 proof.
So it was 20.
51% evaporation. Independent stave made the barrel. This just has so much. Uncharred, charred, and toasted white oak was the barrel type. Here's the recipe, though. Sorghum and pea mash bill.
Interesting. Peas.
Mm-hmm.
Very strange. I mean, I want to try it.
Yeah, absolutely. Entry proof of 120, still proof of 135. Only 3 barrels in this production.
Nice.
Crazy. So
I guess we're not opening that today, but that's a what's new.
yeah.
Let's see. Brewmaster1313 says, super random, but Sarah, did you used to work at Drake's? How do you know that?
Wow.
Also, yeah, I mean, like 10 years ago, I think. That was a long time ago. Taking me back. Oh, a cocktail waitress.
There you go.
And those were the days. I mean, it was fun. I think everybody should have to work either in retail or as, like, in the service industry for at least 6 months. Like, I think people should be required to take a year off between high school and college and be forced to work 6 months in retail or 6 months in that. Just because I think everybody should just know what it's like.
Retail here. And waitress for
Both, honestly.
Yeah.
I've done retail and I've done.
And
what I learned is that I want to work with the public in this way, and I don't want to work with them in a sales or service-oriented way. No.
Yeah.
Entertain. I'll dance monkey for you, right? But that's it.
So, Booker's 2021-02. This is, what's this one called? Tagalong? Yeah, this is the Tagalong batch. I will say their wax has gotten a lot easier. They've heard those complaints, I do believe. And look at this. So much easier. Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. And pause for cork pop.
Brewmaster says he bar-backed when I worked there.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Hopefully I was nice. I mean, I don't think I wouldn't have been nice because I don't think I actually, like, spoke to people that time in my life. I was just a little shell. That's cool.
Internet job.
Right, where I actually, like, came out of my shell a little bit and learned how to talk to people.
5 years ago.
Right, I still don't know. This is the 5-year anniversary of me knowing how to speak publicly.
Right. Okay, so...
I mean, it has nuttiness.
As you know, they come with this card here. The age on this is 6 years and 5 months on the dot. It's 127.9 proof. And looks like they pulled it from all over. Warehouse 5, X, D, 2 H's, and a Z.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a mishmash.
It is a mash.
We got Jacob with the super chat.
Hold on, Jacob.
I'm holding on.
Let me find you. There you are.
It says, going to Louisville in September for my 30th birthday. Happy early birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Got any recommendations on where to find some good bottles? Well, first, here for your super chat.
And
Thank
happy
you.
birthday. Oh, those even cowbell differently.
Let's see. I mean, I think one place that you should go for fun is Justin's House of Bourbon. It's right there off Whiskey Row. like a block down, they're going to have a lot of bottles that are like museum-esque. I mean, everything's for sale, but at a price, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they also have like a pretty good shop with, you know, picks at normal prices, regular bottle, like shelf, on the shelf prices and stuff.
Yep.
Do you have any like liquor stores and stuff? We don't normally go shopping when we're up there. We usually go up there
No.
for whatever activity it is and drag ourselves home the next day.
Yeah. I mean, we may have been to like maybe a Total Wine or
Total
something,
Wine.
or a liquor barn.
Oh, we have been to some Total Wines in Louisville.
Yeah, and a liquor barn, I would say. But we haven't really ventured much. You know, I feel like Louisville's going to be very similar to Lexington. If you're going to the big box stores like your Total Wine or your liquor barns, you need to get there when the truck is being, you know, when the things from the truck are being put out.
Which is hard to know when that is.
Which is hard to know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll be gone. If it's
Sure.
stuff like Buffalo Trace or other allocated things, it'll be gone in 30 minutes or
Yep.
less. Otherwise, you try the off the beaten path mom and pop stores to see if they have anything. But
I
even
feel like that's
there,
everybody's strategy now.
Yeah.
Everybody just Googles it in advance and they hit them. They're so picked clean
in
around
Kentucky,
here.
you can't really in the two big cities. You can't really have a strategy that's going to work every time.
Right, there's no way.
It's very
It's blind luck.
luck of the draw.
James Wolverton coming in with the answer. He said Westport Liquor. I've actually heard of that. So
yeah.
check that out. If anyone else has any suggestions, but
Mm-hmm.
thought we'd answer that one the best we could.
Yes.
So I went ahead and took a sip from this on accident because I was just excited to drink out of my glass. And it's very peanutty.
Wow, peanut
It's
butter
like-
on the nose.
It reminds me of, what was it, 2020-01? That was super peanutty. And it was kind of like, if you don't like peanuts and you don't want it to taste that way, then you probably won't like this one.
Yeah.
I'm kind of feeling that a little bit here. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, it's
Sweet
that
peanut butter,
butter
chocolate,
and almond butter and yeah, a little bit of
almond
chocolate.
butter, yeah.
Nice nose. I like it.
Like peanut butter spread on a rice cake or something.
Oh. Welcome back, Bookers. Ooh,
Right?
yeah. Welcome back. I mean, it's pretty hot.
It is pretty hot. What's the proof again?
126?
126?
127.9. It has some heat, but it is a long finish. Not really getting the hug yet.
Yeah. It's like a burst of heat. Peanut chocolate. Like almost like peanut brittle.
Mm-hmm.
Or like peanut butter fudge. And then, yeah, JG calling out Nutty Squad.
Yeah.
Where's Jose at? Represent. Nutty Squad team leader.
It is syrupy.
It is. It's very hot. The heat hangs out. And the nuttiness hangs out. But other than that, on the finish, like that's the note that I'm getting right now.
Okay. Starting to get the hug now. It took a
Yeah.
while.
So Andrew says it reminded me so much of 2020-01 Granny's batch, my favorite batch. I completely agree with you. I think this
that
is
was
very
the winner of 2020 for sure.
yeah. So, but we like that. That's very our genre.
Mm-hmm.
JG said second sip, Sarah. I think I'm on like my fifth sip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that one tickled my nose. Jake says Booker's was my first high proof bourbon. Not a bad place to start, especially a couple years ago when it was $55.
Yeah.
Don't we all wish it would have stayed $55? But
Yeah.
in the way that things have changed in the past 5 years, I mean, since we've been doing this, it's one of the big things. It's like, I think a lot of people realized what they were putting out that was a steal, and they were like, ooh, I don't know, now that we're, our volume is going up, I don't think we can afford to either keep putting this product out at all. Like Heaven Hill with the 7-year, they took it away.
6 year.
6-year, sorry, brought it back as a 7-year.
Yeah.
Or like this, where it's just climbed. But we've heard different things, like where this is just about the distributors. The price changes.
Correct. Yeah. We covered that in one of the Bookers.
Truth About Bookers,
The
I
Truth
think.
About Bookers episode, which was a 2020, maybe 03 video. Yeah. Jim Beam has not increased the price since whatever date I said in the video. Can't remember now. But it's the distributors. And...
But like if this was
that's the 3-tier system.
right, and if this was still on the shelf for $55, but I mean, it would be amazing. I feel like it would, I don't know, it would create an interesting landscape. I wouldn't be mad about it.
Yeah, no, it is interesting. I mean, but you know, you look at it, and this is Jim Beam's, or what was it now? James Beam. James B. Beam.
B. Beam.
It is their top, besides special releases of ongoing releases, this is their top tier. This is their upper echelon.
Yeah.
And I think they just, distributors felt like, well, then it needs
then it should be that top tier
price.
price.
That price.
Whoa,
yeah.
Look at these super chats.
Couple of super chats coming in.
We got a triangle for y'all. Very delicate.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Joey Tony Bag of Donuts says, "Happy anniversary, Mom and Dad."
Oh, thanks.
I did a little cleanup today and found a stack of all the thank you cards you sent from my millions of dollars in merch.
Yeah.
Is it weird I keep them? No, actually,
No.
we're really glad. How many of them new glasses you got?
Oh, I honestly can't remember.
We
I
don't
have to look
remember.
up what I ordered because I ordered so much stuff at once because I was like, must get it all in time.
And we're waiting for the garage to be
They're literally
finished so we can get our, like, everything is just in boxes.
boxes of Glencairns are
stacked
surrounding
up.
our TV right now. Like this is the life that we're living.
Yeah.
No complaints though, because I
No.
look at it and it feels like I'm looking at success. It makes me
Right.
very happy.
Yeah.
We definitely have at least 100.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure because these will be more expensive because they are crystal, whereas Glencairn glass. And you know they're limited edition, so we'll
Yeah.
maybe do another run of them if everybody responds really
location
well
and
to
all
them. But yeah, the double print, the cut crystal.
Yeah, if y'all-
they are crystal.
If y'all
so.
really like them, I mean, this is going to be limited to just the 5-year anniversary edition, but we could do.
We can keep 'em
drink
around.
more logo. Drink more logo.
Drink more bourbon logo.
Drink more logos. We could do
Yep.
that type of stuff.
So TBD. But it's so funny because whenever I was filling out your order, because obviously you've ordered a lot, so I know your name. Now when I see it, I was like, what to even write on this card? Because we've sent like 14 other cards.
So the last time we just wrote bleep, blap, bloop, bloop, bleep, bleep, blap,
Next time I'm gonna be like, are you even reading this?
bleep, bloop, blop.
Tap twice for yes. Ian says, happy 5th, keep up the good work. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We really appreciate that, Ian.
Thank you. And Greer says, those glasses are legit. Where can I find them? I guess we should say that. WhiskeyAmbitions.com.
They're not there yet.
They will be, this is our teaser, I guess. We wanted to show you guys, we just couldn't contain it.
Yes.
They'll be up on Friday.
Yes.
So,
And-
stay tuned. Amongst other things.
And
Gonna see those glasses on the secondary soon, Jonathan wants to know? That would be weird. That'd be wild. I don't know. Like, or
That would
just
be-
wait and you could get them from us.
yeah. Oh,
Michael wants to know, when are you rolling out your new logo? This week. This is our 5-year anniversary as of today. We will be transitioning. I mean, we're going to keep the classic or vintage logo around.
I can show you one.
Show it.
Because it's kind of been leaked out there in lower thirds, and we had it up at Whiskey Weekends.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to look. We'll see.
Tyler keeps all his letters too. I love that. Because, you know, we take the
Yeah.
time to write them
See,
and
it's black.
we want to be. Oh, no, you can't see that. No, you can't see it. It's okay.
This is really hard.
Oh my gosh. He was trying to prepare graphics and stuff. We ran out of time. I love this monogram though in the middle.
Look at that.
We're gonna do that on a hat. I'm very excited about that.
Oh,
and
look,
probably some
this
t-shirts.
is
Get away
when
from
we
me.
started.
2016.
2016.
I love it.
There we go.
Oh, and we have pins too. Little shirt pins. They're little gold pins. We have
Mm-hmm.
a Drink More Bourbon pin and that monogram logo pin. And those will be coming.
Wow, looking at the delay monitor playback, I'm like, what am I doing? Trying to land a plane?
I know.
All right, Bookers.
I mean, it's very rich.
Man, this is, 2021-01, still hard, was a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah.
Actually, it was more than a little bit of a letdown.
I was
because
not.
That was the first bottle we had to pay these prices that you all have been saying for a while. Well, it's $90, it's $95 in my
Sounded
neighborhoods.
like-
What?
It sounded like you were going to be like, these prices that you peasants have had to pay. That's how I was like, where's he going with this?
You know that you all had to pay. It finally caught up with us here in Kentucky. So the fact that that was our first $90+ bottle and it was less than stellar was like, meh, wah, wah. But here is a return to form in
our
2021-02.
Yeah, it makes me hopeful for the rest of the year because,
Tagalong
like,
batch.
honestly, I mean, yeah, Granny's batch last year I think was kind of a clear winner for us. The other three were like, or two, I'm sorry, were kind of like, I mean, they were good, but it was not the bookers that we're used to, not the front
Right.
porch batches and the sip a while
Not
and
the
all that.
bookers that we deserve.
Not that. And
Yeah.
so it's nice to see, because I don't ever want to feel like, oh, we keep buying these, we keep talking about these, and yet over time I feel like we're kind of losing, you know,
Yeah.
quality there. I don't feel that way about this bottle. I like it a lot.
Coco said I was doing bourbon Tai Chi.
Yeah. Right?
Brad
says, happy anniversary. Always enjoy your content. Also enjoying the Big Sip Nula pick.
Aha.
So glad that you got one.
Sold out.
Was that the first, or did we already do one before with these glasses? The first Cowbell Cheers.
Second.
Cheers. Okay, well, the first Cowbell Cheers is in this episode with these glasses.
The second, but yeah.
In this episode, though, I'm saying, like, is the first time we will have cowbells cheered. Cheersed. In this episode, we have not done a cowbell cheers before with this glass.
We have. That's why I keep saying the second. But
When did we do it?
we did it when we had our... I don't know, but I was like, oh, it even sounds different with these glasses. That's
When?
how I remember.
Today?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying, though. This is the episode. This recording.
This episode. Okay.
Talk about listening.
Communication breakdown.
Yeah.
Woo! Thank you, Brad. And Eric.
I'm not going through that again, Eric.
Sarah is just going to second sip, Sarah. I get it. If you have whiskey in your glass, you're going to take that second sip unconsciously. Yeah.
If it's good, especially. I can't police myself there. I just want it.
I wonder how it sounds on bottles. Now, that was the first bottle cheers with a new glass in the first episode. Since these.
Yes, I know. Michael wants to know, have we snagged a Blue Run 14? Not yet, but I would love to because we opened the other one that we had, and it was great.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
I liked it a lot.
Sean Dobbins, don't you cut me off.
What?
It's my anniversary.
You cut off?
No, don't cut me off. No, I knew what I meant. I was saying it right. Anyways, well, I don't want to have this argument.
The internet will judge.
I want to leave it. I just want to leave it alone. I don't want to play.
That's all right.
It's not worth it, honestly.
Who's on first? That's right, John. No, I mean, to make this an official uncorking, recommend or not.
I mean, well, okay. Would I buy another bottle?
Of this one?
Yes.
Yes.
It's my favorite of this year so far.
I feel like when you get those like best of the years, which is, you know, they could be surpassed, but more than likely probably not. You gotta.
It'd be tough.
You gotta maybe get another bottle or
Yeah.
two, depending on your level of fandom with bookers. And of course, we're admittedly fans of bookers, so.
Yes, we are. I think John is saying that he likes the Nulu Noir, the big, I think he's saying, not the Big Sip, the other one.
A Dame to Drink For?
A Dame to Drink For is better than the Big Sip.
Oh, I don't know. I'm back and forth.
I go back and forth. I really like A Dame to Drink For, though. We'll have to blind. We'll just do it blind for fun. Those are sold out now. Well, like a week ago or more. What? Oh, Todd Cooper says, do I have pants on? Who wants to take odds on that? It is Sunday.
Man, you're going to say in the chat. I'm going to put it up on the screen. Okay. So we're at the halfway mark. And I'm really excited about this wild turkey. We're going to get to here in a second.
I am regretting the sweatshirt decision with this. I can't remove it, though.
The Russell's is also a barrel proof.
Yeah, great. Great.
But not as high proof.
That's okay. Yeah. I want to keep using this glass, and I don't care if I spill water. I just did it.
Really? Even for the Russells? Okay.
Fine.
Okay,
I'll put it
okay.
away. Fine.
I know.
It.
Going
it's
back
like
to
my new toy. I want to keep it.
Yeah. It's like, where'd the weight go? Pick this up and you're like, woo!
Okay, fine. Oh, jeez. Beautiful. I like the blue.
Yeah.
But honestly,
Very
I looked at it
distinguished.
and it reminded me of the Father and Son bottle. Is that one purple or blue? I can't remember. I think it's blue too. But it's obviously, it's
I can't remember. We didn't get a bottle.
Yeah, we didn't. We tried it, and it just, like, the proof wasn't for us.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't want to take a limited bottle like that when other people who actually want it, and that is the proof for them, right?
Right.
I want them to have it.
John is saying you have Nulu confused with New Riff.
I don't think so.
Oh, no.
Me?
Maybe
I said New Riff because I do that in my brain.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I probably said New Riff.
Often.
But I meant Nulu. My brain can only understand one new. I know it's spelled different, obviously.
For those wondering.
Unless, no pants. I mean,
There you go.
wait, the trick question, or the answer to that trick question is he's wearing shorts, not pants.
Yeah, no, never pants. He never wears pants.
Yeah, it's shorts.
Unless it's a funeral.
Right.
Russell's Reserve Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, 13 years old, barrel proof, non-chill filtered, 114.8 proof.
Nom. I haven't had it, so I can't really say that.
$80 is what we paid for this, or yeah, $80.
$80. Which, you know,
A
barrel
regular,
proof.
110 proof, not 13 year.
It's like 66, right?
65, yeah, 66, yeah.
And then, you know, I feel like people are going to compare this 13-year-old barrel proof to Elijah Craig barrel proof.
I feel like they're going to compare it to Rare Breed because it's the same distillery and just a little less proof than Rare Breed currently.
True,
is.
so it better be a lot better than Rare Breed to be
Which
almost
is
double the price.
$50.
But when you think about the age that comes with this one, and I know Elijah Craig barrel proof isn't age stated, but I'm just saying I think
Yes, it is.
Is age stated now?
12. It's always the 12.
Is it 12?
Yeah, the 12 it's on the side. It's the 12 that's never gone away. The 12, although we hear the 12 is coming back on the regular small batch. But currently,
I guess I thought
the only way to get 12-year Elijah Craig is to get the barrel proof. Yeah.
I guess I thought it was like a blend, but it was mostly 10 to 12 years. But it's cool. It's
Yeah.
12 years. Amazing. That makes it even better.
Yeah.
But I think that like people will make that comparison, like, oh, I pay about $70 to $80 for that, or $80 for this.
Right.
So.
Yeah. I mean, some places it might be 50. If it's a ABC state, 50, 55. Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, I don't get that opportunity, but you go for it. I don't want it. That was
a higher cork pop.
a very delicate cork pop.
We'll see how that shakes out with the taste.
Adam Terry says, y'all got any Blantons?
He's tatering. Yeah, it's the same price as this. Do you want it? Or more?
Crazy.
At
That's
93
too
proof.
funny. Y'all got any Blantons?
But it's got a horse on it.
Hey, y'all got any Blantons?
Y'all got any blends? It's the Chappelle Show. What was his
Yeah.
name? I forget.
I don't know.
All right, 13-year-old, barrel proof, Russell's Reserve.
Cherry. Oaky, cherry.
I might just be comparing this to the Bookers, which wouldn't be fair, but not a whole lot is jumping out of the glass.
I just get a lot of cherry and oak.
Mm-hmm. Cherry oak, a little bit of
like,
vanilla.
Chocolate covered raisins, like raisinets. Definitely raisinets. Maybe that's the cherry. I'm also getting like good raisiny type of.
Oh, I get it. I get it now. What are the... Not milk... Okay, so Milk Duds are the crunchy ones?
No, they're the ones that like stick in your teeth
okay,
forever.
then
and,
Milk
like,
Duds. I'm getting little Milk Duds.
Movie
what are the
theater
other ones?
chocolate
Whoppers.
candies.
Whoppers are the ones that crunch and are easy to eat.
It smells like Whoppers, yeah. I could give you... Yeah, it's movie theater candy. Chocolates. Whatever.
Maybe just a of peppermint. With like a really
Just
deep...
a little minty, yeah. Maybe just a touch.
Nice
Okay.
color. All right.
Pretty.
Cheers, everybody. Tyrone Bigsby, thank you.
That is dry.
Woohoo!
Hot, hot, hot.
It is hot, hot, hot. 2 hot ones in a row here.
114.8? I think... I don't know. This one kind of got me, like, side of my tongue, tip of the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Zesty.
Wow, it is kind of dry.
It's dry.
Chris saying Chad and Sarah are suffering lack of Blantons with us not getting over there, especially La Maison du Whiskey picks.
That's
That
true.
is correct, Chris. We are missing you not only for that,
Not only for that.
but that's one of the myriad of reasons you and Lil.
We have already talked about it's crazy that we won't see you again until next year.
It's ridiculous.
Crazy. But what are you going to do? It'll just make it all the much better. All the more better. All that much better. Anyways.
All the much more better.
Yes, it's going to be more better. Lisa says, sipping a little Bardstown Bourbon Company Fusion number 3. Cheers. We did say
Cheers
it's
to
a
that.
lovely summer pour. Thanks, Lisa.
Thank you much.
She's been reading our blog. I'm just kidding.
Watching our vids.
I know. It's a joke from a show. It's okay. You don't watch it. You don't know.
I don't watch shows.
No. Chad won't watch Lost with me.
I can't. Okay. What if I start liking it and then I'm just like watching Lost and then
What's the worst thing that happens?
Then there's no anniversary episode because I'm just watching Lost.
No, you're not gonna be like
I'm lost
that hooked, but
and
it's just
lost.
like something to do. It's not. You don't have to wait for new episodes. They're already out.
See, the problem is I know
He doesn't. The problem is he doesn't want to because it means you would have to spend time with me doing something I would like.
You want to rewatch Lost?
Yes.
Oh, well. See, the problem is I know from people that the show really drops off after what, the 3rd season?
Well, it depends on what you consider drops off. A lot of people felt that the end didn't wrap up everything that they wanted it to.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? I feel like you were gonna get something.
No,
Oh.
just adjusting.
A lot of people thought that, I think, felt that it didn't tie up all of the loose ends that they wanted it to. And it did get a little,
Well,
there
not
was
just-
like some parts that were a little like hokey, a little like,
Well,
oh,
kind of
okay.
like, you dropped off Community. I'm going to see Community through. I'm on the last season now. I'm going to see it through the end because I feel like I put in that investment.
Sure.
But yeah, it's quality dipped off. And I feel like Lost, people say after the 3rd season, it dipped off. Resolution or not,
Third or fourth, yeah.
withstanding just the plots in general. But let's talk about whiskey. Let's get lost
Okay.
in this Russell's.
I'm just giving him a hard time, y'all.
I also won't watch 24 or The Wire. Come at me.
Why won't you watch The Wire? I mean, I haven't watched The Wire, but I feel like I would. I just haven't yet. It's not like I don't want to.
No. Well.
I watched The Sopranos because you were all like, The Sopranos is so good, blah, blah, blah. So I watched it.
Yeah.
Because you suggested it.
Honest-
And I take your suggestions with some level of respect.
Okay, Silicon Valley, though.
I mean, it's good. It's just not my
tried
type
it,
of
but
show.
Yeah.
I like some of the people in the show. It gives me a little anxiety. I feel like I relate too much to the main character. Todd says they
What?
lost me after the
Todd.
3rd season.
Okay, got Todd. I'm reading.
So funny.
I'm reading Dan here.
Adam Terry says we all know Scrubs is the GOAT. Eagle. I figured you'd want to read the Scrubs column.
Well, yeah, but I got Dan up here on the screen.
Okay.
We need to get a screen that shows this like in your eye line.
Sorry.
I know it's hard over here.
I don't know what you're doing over there.
Dan says we don't like our Russell's 13 at all. Since so many people like it, we're starting to wonder if we had a bad bottle. It isn't good. Interesting.
This is a little dry for my taste, and it's a little heavy on the cherry, and maybe a touch. When we get close to 15 years, that's where I start to feel some bottles can become too oaky for me. Like, this is definitely on the right side of being okay, but anything over definitely 16,
right side of
17 years.
okay.
The right side of okay. And not okay. You know what I mean. Anyways, I can feel this one, like, creeping up on that limit for me, but it's not there.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't call it a bad bottle. Like,
Well,
I wouldn't deter anyone from getting this.
I'll say this. It may... Well, not may. I think it was bad that I heard so much hype from our friends about this being the best iteration of Wild Turkey and so amazing, and having to blind it with Stag Jr. and Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, and it better offer more than Master's Keep does. So I think I had, like, it was like a movie that gets really hyped up and you go in and you're like, yeah, it's fine. But
I hate when that happens.
yeah, so I wish I didn't have that, but I do, and I'm dealing with it. I'm handling it. I'll say right off the bat, 2 or 3 sips in, 3 sips probably. Like, my hair's not blown back.
Yeah, I mean, it's good.
It's good, and I want to spend more time with it. I really do. But as of right now,
It's a no for you?
no, it's not a no, but it's not.
Let's do a little side by side.
Okay, I got another clean glass.
Let's do it, because we've got some time.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is the real question though. if I can get this for $45, it's 116.8, sorry. And then this is 114.8, so we've got a higher proof here. It's not 13 years old, but
Right.
let's see, is it double the price? Todd says 2 weeks until Ted Lasso season 2. Can't wait.
Ted Lasso.
I've been looking
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso, that's what I said.
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso can't.
No, you said it right. I
Oh.
just wanted to say lasso.
I'm like, what'd I do?
You didn't do anything.
Can't say anything right. Love that show. It's got a lot of heart.
Put it up against a normal Russell's Reserve pick, like maybe our Warehouse Delicious.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I like that idea.
Yeah. We may be engineering a flight fight here in our
Yeah,
head.
I
We need one other entry, and we've got ourselves a good flight fight.
Whiskey Mountain says Sarah and I are so on the same page. Yes.
I don't see that comment.
Sorry.
There it is.
I guess I don't expect that you'll put everything I'm reading up.
Yeah, because it's like it's a,
Because
in
I
a
like to
different,
just skim.
different place. I'm like, I don't always have
I'm
to
not
put
trying
it
to
up.
put you in that position.
Nah. It's all good.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
This will make
Hey,
it better.
Jose's here. And he says, Tacuba! I think he wants you to get to the chopper.
Jose, we gave you the Nutty Squad team leader shout out before.
But it fell on non-nutty ears.
Oh, stop. He's here. That's all that matters.
It is all that matters.
How old is Rare Breed thought to be? That's a good question. I don't
It
know.
is a combination, I used to know this, of 6, 8, and 12-year-old
I was going
barrels.
to say it's definitely 6 and 8. I don't know what else.
Yeah, 6, 8, and 12 is what they say. Now, the ratio, probably the least amount of 12.
Yeah.
It is not age stated, but if they did put an age statement on there, it would have to be 6 years. That's got to be the lowest. We know that. Yeah, so 6, 8, and 12, and just 13 years. Well, no, sorry. They could put 14, 15, whatever they want in
They
here.
could put 23 year in there, but they got to call it 13.
The youngest in this one is 13. Youngest in this one is 6.
I will say that the nose on this 13 year has more body. There's definitely more
Agreed.
complexity.
I
It's
think I kind of need to
bigger, bolder.
kind of get the glassness off of the glass.
The Rare Breed has a little bit more
That's better.
of a sweet, almost maybe a little musty.
Like a
Not
whistle.
as rich and deep,
whistle.
but it smells nice. I mean, there's nothing, we're comparing. We're kind of trying to justify why is this almost double.
People were talking about Justified. We kind of started a whole,
TV shows.
TV shows.
TV shows that didn't end how you wanted them to end or like dropped off or they got canceled before they should have gotten canceled. Deadwood. Can we just talk about Deadwood for a minute?
I forget the name of it. It was some show on Fox where it was a police procedural and the guy's partner was like an android. It was only a few years ago. And I watched all of it and I got into it and it didn't get picked up for second season.
I hate when that happens on Netflix. I get really into a show that has like 2 seasons and then they're like, oh, they're not picking it up again. I'm like,
Mythic Quest. We
Mythic Quest? No.
there might not be a third season. We don't know yet.
Oh, Firefly, everybody's saying. I haven't seen that. I want to watch that. Let me write that on my list. Mm-hmm. Oh, my phone's dead.
Well, Josh Whedon,
Can't do
right?
it. I'll remember. John Wadsworth agrees with me on Deadwood. See, I knew I liked you, John. We can talk about it at dinner. Greg says Mr. Robot. I liked Mr. Robot a lot.
We never finished Mr.
We didn't
Robot.
finish it. It was getting to the point where I had to be like very present and I'll pay a lot of attention. And I
Yeah.
think we went through like a few weeks where we were traveling and we just didn't have the time to dedicate like that much attention to it. And then we just didn't watch. Also, there's some violence against characters that is a little unsettling.
Wait, sorry, which show are we talking about? Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot. I was just seeing Tennessee Jed saying, yeah, Chad, I love that show on Fox. You also don't remember the name of it. I can't remember.
Whiskey Burger says Twin Peaks canceled way too early. We can't talk about Twin Peaks in front of Chad. It's like the one show he won't do. Because he watched it when he was too young.
I watched it when it was airing, and my sister watched it. My sister is 6.5 years older than
Him
me.
was scared.
Yeah, exactly. And I have memories burnt into my brain of just stuff that really, really
That will scare children?
scared me. Yes.
Oh, it's okay. They can't get you here.
Like, I kind of think maybe as therapy I should watch it, because I'm sure it's
I would love to watch it.
Probably timid. It was, what, aired in the 90s
Uh-huh.
on Fox? But, yeah.
I felt that way about the X-Files for the long... I mean, I still haven't seen the X-Files. I watched a little bit of the first season. I was so afraid of it as a kid. Even the music made me fearful as a child.
How's it go? Bum,
Do, 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 do.
doo, doo, ba-be-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah. I would hear that and I would be like, I gotta run in the other room. I'm scared.
Turn on all the
Get
lights.
Away.
Turn on all the lights, everybody.
Go away from me.
Yeah, but no.
But now I would like to watch it. I want to know.
Twin Peaks. And they had a movie, Fire Walk with Me, right?
Yeah, somebody talked about that.
I get the lore and everything, like Laura Palmer, right? But the backwards talking people and the... I like the Simpsons knockoff on it. They had a...
Almost Human was the show.
Almost Human.
Thank you, Sean. I think someone else said that too.
Almost Human. What was that Android
Fingers
British
Mickey.
show that we were watching?
Humans.
Humans.
Humans was good.
Humans. We dropped off that one
Also
too.
brought up some interesting questions about how we view technology and what makes something human.
Right.
And where do you cross the line?
Correct.
Does it have feelings or no? Anyways, intriguing. Tony.
Joey Doey. Bag of Donuts is your new name. I'm sorry.
Said, I have 2 more questions. Did anybody else have problems with Shared Pour's latest pick? No response from them. And did you guys see the Scrubs documentary about JD and Turk searching for Rowdy?
No to the second one.
Also,
the first one.
please send us an email.
Yeah.
bourbonnight@gmail.com.
So you're talking about the Knob Creek Rye.
I know that they've had some issues with shipping to Ohio. Apparently, some state things.
Some changes or something.
There were some snags there, some changes that happened on the state level. That is, like, just going up the works there as far as being able to ship to Ohio right now. I think they're trying to work. They're actively working on it. But unfortunately, there's nothing that we can do at this time, and there's nothing that they can do until they go through all that process.
Right.
Which is a bummer. But
Yes.
we will give you a cowbell cheers.
But thank you very much.
And thank you for the tip about the Scrubs documentary.
Yeah. Was that YouTube?
We did watch them play their Family Feud episode. They did Family Feud
Yeah.
with all of them who did the podcast. That was fun. I like that a lot.
It's a nice little comment there from Jose. I'll leave that up on screen for a second. Thank you much, Jose.
Thank you, Jose.
Speaking of barrel picks,
That's how you get
That's
them.
how you get them.
We're getting low on the Knob Creek Rise. I checked this morning. There were still some in.
Okay.
Tyler got his yesterday.
So I just went back to the Russells. Now I'm going to go a little rare breed.
I've been
See
sitting
what's
back
what.
and forth between them, but I have been thinking about shows, and so I've been distracted. So I'll continue. Oh, Kyoko says Buffy the Vampire Slayer had a few episodes that freaked him out.
Oh.
I gotta say, I was
The guys with the teeth?
big on that show. The guys with the teeth and the episode where everybody loses their voice.
Right.
So scary.
That was someone in a movie was watching that on TV.
Recently.
Yeah.
Yes, we were just watching it.
I know. I can't remember the movie.
Oh, I don't know either. There was an episode, I think it was either first or second season of Buffy, and it was about this, like, thing that hunted children. And they would get a fever, and then, like, they would see this thing, and its eyes popped out. I am still scared of that. And I saw that in high school, and I'm scared of that to this day. I was rewatching it, and he was, like, walked through the room and was like, ugh, what is that?
You didn't just hear a tweet, Todd. It was a textual message. It was a text message.
I get to hear it all day, every day.
Well,
I'm kidding. It's okay.
If I put it on vibrate, I miss so many things.
I know. It's okay. I'm sorry. Clearly, we're having some issues today. We'll sit down and have to talk about this later.
Jose got both of his today. Got 2. Nice. Whoa!
Dan.
Speaking of Dan.
And Julie. When I love the little dancing motions.
You talking about the likes?
I am talking about the likes. Happy anniversary to you and your channel from Julie and I. Thank you.
And I love, like, the dancing.
I don't know if I meant to do I can't. We don't really have enough space. You do it.
I gotta learn. I'm learning some moves from these emojis.
Thank you
Thank you very much. That's awesome.
We really appreciate
Thank
it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Very kind.
I don't know.
I also don't know because they're very different.
They are very different. I'm actually feeling like the rare breed is a little hotter than either I remembered it or just tonight. Everything's hot tonight.
It's a little hot. It's sweeter. I think it drinks maybe
a little thinner,
but not as dry.
Not as dry, no.
Yeah, not as layered.
I wouldn't call it dry at all.
No, I wouldn't call it dry.
Yeah.
And then the 13-year with the heat, dang, so much heat, is dense.
Dense like banana bread.
But again, with it's cherry and oak and I don't even know what else.
You know what?
Honestly, my palate's a little fried right now.
I kind of wish that it had was
not as dry of a finish. It's really actually making me scratchy.
Yes, but like with the age, I would feel like I should be getting a little bit of tobacco leaf, maybe a little leather, but I'm just not. I'm not present of the age, I guess.
I get it in the oak. I think the oaky notes, and again, that like the body or the layers of the complexity of the flavors, I think are the result of the age. But if you just ask me straight up, which one do I want another pour of right now? I don't actually know.
Yeah, and that's kind of telling you something.
I think the fact that it's that close and not a clear-cut winner is already more of an argument for the rare breed because, like, why spend $80 when you can spend $45? And we're having trouble deciding.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you'll have trouble, but...
That's right, because like I said, you know, a lot of our bourbon drinking friends, kind of our bourbon circle, is just been raving about this, and you know, we're anxious for us to get ours open so we can all talk about it, and like I don't know if it needs to open up in the glass more or what.
I don't dislike this. I like this.
No, I do like it.
But for me,
let's get that right.
The dryness that I'm experiencing from this, just the drying effect, is making me want to go back to the rare breed more. And even though it's not as flavor-wise bold and complex, I don't mind that. I don't know. Rare breed's just a hard product to beat, you know?
Yeah.
It's got a lot going on for it. So I think, for me, at this point in time, we need to revisit this again. But at this point in time, I would go with the rare breed just because I feel like I'm not having a... Ew, the dog just choked on something. I'm not having a huge sway of opinion either way, and this is $45 as compared to $80.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel. What do you think?
I kind of agree, and I'm wondering if I know where our warehouse delicious is. I think it's in the bourbon cabinet.
Does that mean go get it? Can you hold down the fort?
Yeah, I can hold down the fort.
You hold down the fort. Do you also need 2 Glencairns? Or we can use this one.
Yeah, I can wash one out.
Okay. Well, I'll go get it. I guess that means we're gonna be doing a little tiny bit of overtime.
I feel like now is the time to do it. We've had 20 so minutes with this guy, you know, 5 or 10 with this guy. I feel like it's just time. It's time.
Okay, I'll go look in the cabinet.
It's germane to the subject.
Be right back.
All right, drink some water here. And while we're talking, folks, let's talk about, you know, we talked about non-satisfying TV endings. Let's talk about saddest. Here's my vote. Quantum Leap. That might be before some people's time. Might be after some people's time. But when I watched that as a kid, no spoilers if you want to go back and watch it, but I was like, wow, that's heavy. And as far as satisfying endings go, I feel like Breaking Bad had a satisfying ending. It was adequately satisfying. Like, you know, I wasn't disappointed at all. I couldn't think of another scenario that would have made me more happy. I felt like it was very adequate. So let's see what we got here. Got some people weighing in. Loved Quantum Leap. Yes. We are going into some OT, Jose. That is correct. Don't know if a lot of people... Family Ties satisfied. Okay, I don't remember the ending of Family Ties. I did watch it, but I wasn't huge. I think I kind of went more Growing Pains than Family Ties, just because they stayed...
Because Alan Thicke.
because pound thick, was
Because of the Leo arc, right?
The Leo arc. They kept it more light, I feel like, where Family Ties, did more special episodes. Yeah. Yeah, The Sopranos ending was
Oh, I thought
it was.
Well, we have a difference of opinion on that. I think sometimes it was a snippet of watching their lives from this time to this time, and that's just what happened in between those times. I think I'm fine with it. I don't mind endings like that. There was a moment when I thought I was going to have to stop watching The Sopranos when... What's his name's girlfriend? You know what I don't think I'm spoiling something for someone. This is years ago.
Tony?
Not Tony. His nephew
or whatever.
And the girlfriend gets hung up with the FBI, and she's giving them intel, and then they find out.
Mm-hmm.
That episode actually really scared me, and I was like, it took me a while. I had to take a break from the show after that because I was like pretty upset by that episode.
I didn't like.
I understand it's a show about the mob, and that's what happens when you talk to the FBI.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go.
I also didn't like the ending of Seinfeld that much. I thought it was lackluster. But
here, okay. So this is Warehouse Delicious, a Russell single barrel pick, 110 proof. We did this one in 2018 with a local bottle shop that is no longer around.
A defunct bottle shop.
But it will give us a glimpse. It's a very good barrel pick. So, we're a little biased because we went on it. But I think it's a good look at what a $65 good end of barrel picks for Russells would be comparatively to these two.
And we will cheers Kimber with it.
Kimber.
Who says, happy 5 years.
Ooh.
Have your 2 new Lou picks, Elijah Craig pick, and 2 new Riff picks. And sorry, I can't make out the rest. Something about Chad's being the best one.
Sarah's new Riff pick is my fave, hands down.
Look forward to more. That's unfortunate.
Look forward to more. It's Bourbon Night picks and the next 5 years.
Yeah.
I know, it's going to be crazy to see where we are in 5 more years.
I know.
It's
Bourbon Night.
I don't think anyone can do the same thing for forever and expect the same results.
Right. You got to grow and
so it'll
evolve,
be interesting to see how we grow and evolve over the next 5 years. We've already evolved so much. Ooh, that was loud.
That was nice.
Sorry about you headphones people.
Nice. Yeah. And Dawson's Creek. Todd is Team Dawson. I don't even remember how that ended.
Did you say Team Dawson?
Uh-oh.
Did he say that?
He did. Sarah has issues.
I'm just saying I watched that show in high school, and I was Team Dawson, and I went back and watched it again sometime last year.
I'm Team
Not
Joey.
all of it, but most of it last year during, when there was nothing else going on, because I was like, I need something that's very familiar and the problems of teenagers, so it'll make me feel better. And I have to say, I was like, what an entitled, spoiled brat. You don't own this girl.
So if you're not Team Dawson,
I'm Team Pacey.
Who are you? Pacey?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know who
100%.
the teams were in this scenario.
Also, I find it very disturbing how many late 90s, early 2000s, or just 80s, 90s shows depict you're supposed to be wanting the teacher-student relationship. They portray it as oh, this is a good thing. You want this to happen. I'm like, that's problematic. I mean, ew. This teacher's 35.
That's your age.
And he was 15.
You're not 35
It's messed up.
Yeah.
It's messed up. But it's an 8 o'clock family-friendly show.
Scrubs had a good ending, and I'm talking about season 8. I don't count season 9 as Scrubs. That was Scrubs, the new class or whatever.
I don't count Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull as it doesn't exist in my mind.
That was just fan fiction that someone made a movie out of. Okay, Warehouse Delicious.
I feel like this is a happy medium. It's very Goldilocks. It's got more of the flavor in the body of this one, but no dry. I mean, a little dry on the finish, but not much. And the sweetness of this, I feel like it's very...
I agree.
The Goldilocks of the situation.
Yeah, it's less sweet than your rare breed. It doesn't have as much barrel and honestly, heat of the 13. It is very middle of the road. I also where'd you go, Jose? Boom. Was here for the first 10K, now it's 80K, can't wait till 100K. We feel ya. Thank you much, Jose.
Love you.
That will be exciting.
What a nice guy.
If we hit that.
Oh, I can't wait to see you in October.
Yeah.
I'm planning on seeing you. You better be there.
I remember Blossom, but I have no idea how it ended.
6 Feet Under, Eric, is on my list of things to watch.
Did you ever finish One Tree Hill?
No.
Okay.
It's painful. Sorry if... I mean, I know that there was a time...
Sorry if you made it.
There was a time in my life where maybe that was what I wanted to watch. Watching even a few episodes of it as an adult, I'm like, this is painful. They're very... It's just hard to watch that.
Hey, who's gonna watch Heist? I think it's a 6-episode arc about the Pappy barrels and
Yes.
the wild turkey barrels getting stolen and all
Wait,
that.
I feel like we should do a little
We should
podcast
do a live
after...
tweet, and then we should do a podcast.
Well, we don't
after
really
each
tweet.
episode. But we could start it up.
Or maybe we could do like an Instagram live after each episode and just react to what we saw.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe if even it's only like 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. The after show.
I ran out. Oh, the ending of Dexter. Sheesh.
Yeah.
And it's coming back, right?
That was disappointing. Yeah. Saved by the Bell. I don't remember how that ended. Monk was a good TV show. You know, I go back to this and I'm liking it, but what it's not doing is it's not blowing these out of the water. And
that's what I feel like its job is.
In the least.
It's its job.
You have one
You have one
job.
job.
You have one job, 13.
You need to be at least 1.5 times better than this one.
Dan and Julie, bring us... They're the ones you're saying, right? Their bottle?
Somebody said, I don't remember
I
who.
think it was them.
Maybe.
Dan and Julie, I'm pretty sure.
Well, maybe we need to get samples or something.
Yeah.
We'll trade. Or something.
Let's compare bottles.
Whiskey Week in Batch 4.
Do we have to wait that long?
I don't know. It's going to be here before you know it. I always tell Chad, after about midway through August, once we start preparing for September, Bourbon Heritage Month,
Yeah.
it is really just a giant snowball rolling downhill to the end of the year. Because then it's Bourbon Heritage Month, October's full of birthdays and travel, November is obviously prepping for Black Friday, and the holidays start. And then we start doing an episode daily for December, then it's New Year's, and now it's January. Like, so nothing's going to get done after mid-August. I mean, things will get done, but I mean, like, our personal lives. When he's like, well, we should paint this. That's not going to happen if we don't get it done before August 15th.
That's right. That's correct.
It's solid. It really holds its own.
Yeah.
I think Rare Breed is... what I'm afraid is that they're going to realize it's such a sleeper in, like, the broader community, and they're going to do the same thing as what, like, happened with Booker's of, like, why are we putting this 116 proof, barrel proof, delicious thing out here? We're trying to sell this to you for $80. Why are we selling you this at $45?
Right.
And then they're going to be like, this is now $60.
Yeah.
This is going to be $70, and this is going to be $90.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm afraid is what's going to happen. But what do I know? Hopefully nothing.
Okay. Working up in this direction, I'm finding new appreciation for this. And I think it's...
I'm out, so...
We'll get you all some more if you want.
Okay.
I feel like going in this direction, the sweetness of Rare Breed and then the non-sweetness here, I'm kind of liking that now. Whereas going in the opposite direction, like, it's really just, one, how much you've had in the evening.
Yeah.
What you put side by side. This is a flight fight effect, okay? We see this all the time in flight fights. That's why we A/B test when we put things back to back that weren't back to back before. But I am finding new appreciation for this, but it's still not like the number one clear cut winner. I am sort of like Goldilocksing on this.
I agree. I'm
this
here.
Pick.
Now, obviously, we really like this pick because we did this pick. But I'm saying, like, a good pick, a good Russell's pick, for me, is worth a little extra money from this, right? You're not going to be hurt by this. It's not going to let you down, I don't think.
Right.
But I don't maybe necessarily want to pay for this. I think this is giving us best of both worlds. You're getting some of that bold flavor from that we're getting here, but the sweetness from here, and it's just all working together really nicely. So
Yeah.
I think, oh my gosh, I think I would go here. Wow. in a surprising turn of events.
Kind of what I'm thinking.
We picked us.
And we're also not just like trying to move a bottle. This is long since extinct.
This was sold out in 2018. Yeah. It gone. But you know, if you don't have any good picks of this in your area, then what would you do? Because like, I don't feel that this is not quality. It is. It is good stuff. But does it warrant the extra almost $40?
Correct. I saw this and I thought
Not for me.
I thought he was saying Bob's Burgers. I realize now he's saying Band of Brothers. Two different shows, but both good.
I've never seen it, Todd, and I guess I'm going to have to change that.
Band of Brothers? No, it's good.
I've heard lots of good things about it. My brother used to ask for the DVD set of whatever season had just come out every year for Christmas. I can remember.
It was just...
Or was it just the one?
Was it just one, like, limited series?
One series? Or whatever. I remember there was a Christmas where he was like, I only want Band of Brothers on DVD. I only want the box set.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. I don't know. Who in the chat has had the 13-year Russells? Let us know. We would kind of like to hear your all's thoughts. We've heard thoughts from our friends and you know, from the whiskey world, other whiskey tubers, but we've heard from Dan and Julie about this. But,
yeah. Or so you say. I don't remember that.
Yeah, so I say.
Well, I didn't read it, so it's not in my hand. Yes, they're telling me not to put that evil on the rare breed bottle.
Limited series.
It was
a mini series, so not seasons. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to put that evil on the rare breed bottle, but I feel like we see that with so much other stuff where companies wake up and they're like, wait, we're selling what for what? Or like a marketing team is like, well, how can I sell this for this much when we have this very close product?
I know, let's raise the price on this.
Or we'll take it, we'll redesign it, we'll put it in a different bottle, we'll bring it back, we'll take it away for 6 months, and then we'll bring it back, and then we can charge $20 more for it.
Right.
And that's how it'll go. I don't want that to happen. I'm not saying I wish that. I don't wish that. I actually hope that nobody ever does that. Oof. Please don't. But
don't do that.
But I feel like it's inevitable. Sadly.
Sure.
Which is, I think, what's going to deter a lot of... This is a bigger conversation, and maybe we should save this for a podcast, but, like, the things that are really pissing off the bourbon community, like the hardcore fans, I think that's just, like, one more thing to add to the heap that's going to make them... It's gonna kill enthusiasm at some point for what's...
And then that...
It just becomes all a cash grab. Everything's a cash grab. Anyways,
is a shoot off or a what do they call it?
Offshoot.
Offshoot conversation also with, do hardcore bourbon drinkers curry influence at all? Because
can they sway what a company will do?
Exactly, because
are they so afraid of the backlash of taking away everyone's precious rare breed?
Because let's be honest here, hardcore bourbon drinkers like you and I and you guys, people who tune in to YouTube to hear topics about this, are the minority. Your bourbon drinkers are the people who are what makes Jim Beam White Label the biggest selling bourbon brand.
Fair.
And people who, you know, find Maker's Mark and then they stop and they just keep buying Maker's Mark. And,
but are they...
Or Woodford Reserve and don't need to branch out and try things like Booker's or this guy right here.
I hear you, but they're never going to.
Right.
I mean, not all of them, but most of them found their drink and it's going to be their drink for life.
Exactly. And
so this isn't for them.
Other people will see something like this and be like, oh, this is new, or hey, is this limited? And then they'll buy as many as they can because they feel like they're buying comics in the 90s and this is going to pay for their kids' college tuition, which of course there were so many comics made in the 90s that didn't happen, but this is like the new 90s comics, so they're buying up bottles. Oh, this is limited? I hear this bourbon stuff, you know, they're all pappies.
But when everything's limited, then nothing's special.
Exactly. So basically what I'm getting at, and this could be a much larger conversation for another time, is do the true bourbon enthusiasts, and I'm talking about the 409 they're watching right now, you and me and the people who are watching the playback, do they curry change in the bourbon market when they are, I mean, they are strong and very passionate, but they are the minority.
But we also have a lot of, I mean, not to say influence like we're influencers, and I'm not just talking about you and me, but I think the people who are established in their communities or look to for their recommendations, it's very word of mouth, right? Like if you're a brand, you can advertise all you want, and sure, you'll get somebody to buy anything once, probably.
Right.
But are you going to get them to keep buying it? Are they
Right.
going to look out for it? Like, you know, some things are just reputation based, and this is such a word of mouth community where if you have a friend who had a bottle that was terrible, and they just went on a rant about how awful it was, how likely are you to buy that bottle? Like, you might be curious, and you might try it just to know, but most likely people are going to be like, oh, I know a guy who's got a buddy who said that was the worst thing he ever had, so I'm not going to spend $60 on it. And I feel like that is, you know, there's so much of that going on. If I were a brand, I'd be scared of it. You take this away,
yes,
you are asking for the internet to be lit on fire.
If you are a small distillery, I feel like if you're a large one, Beam,
they can weather storms.
Turkey, Buffalo Trace, yeah, those type of sizes, yeah.
They're the ones who can weather the storms.
Because what? Oh yeah.
We should save this for a podcast.
Well, yeah.
He doesn't want to. He wants to talk about it right now.
Well, I asked you the other day, do you know of any? And
Sherlock.
This is a great question to farm out to you guys because I've done zero research on it. But do you know of a whiskey brand that has failed?
That made poor decisions, irritated the community, or for whatever reason.
And because of the quality of their product or whatever insert reason, shut down. Recently, I'm not talking about Prohibition.
Right, obviously we're not talking about Prohibition.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about like the 70s, 80s, 90s when
things weren't popular.
We're talking about like now.
In the past 10 years.
Even since
Do you know of a new
2005.
distillery or an existing distillery that made bad decisions or crappy whiskey or whatever.
They didn't make it.
That shut down.
Because we even know.
Can you think of any?
Places with reputations that are not good, that are still afloat. Terrible reputations. And they're still out there making stuff.
And basically, I asked Sarah that question because I was kind of developing this hypothesis.
Not a hypothesis.
I was not making a triangle. That influencers, whiskey enthusiasts, the really passionate people like you all, can't really curry favor that much. Can't really make a huge change because you have a lot more of those people who go out and buy that Jim Beam White Label handle or buy that Maker's Mark 90 proof or buy their Woodford Reserve and they're happy as a clam and they go about their life and they never tune into YouTube to watch anything like this or they never listen to podcasts about bourbon or anything like that.
I think if we can influence change or cause it or whatever, it's only especially like you and I and the people that we know whose opinions maybe carry a little bit of weight or whatever. From the word of mouth perspective, we're only going to affect change here, like, nationally. Internationally, I mean, because they're so, I think, starved for new products or good products. Like, a lot of, international, like, we all get different things, right? So if this, for example, comes out, I don't know, in Australia, like, maybe, I don't know. Like, I'm just saying, I don't think because other countries are in different situations when it comes to what's available and for what price, that necessarily the opinion or whatever that word of mouth effect would carry over in any way.
Sure.
I don't even know that it works here. I think it has some impact.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, online reviews of a restaurant. If a restaurant's got beautiful pictures on their website,
but
and they say everything's great, but then you read their Google reviews and they're all 2 stars.
There's not really
there's no hub.
I mean, I guess YouTube, but again, the ancillary drinkers aren't seeking those things out on YouTube. I kind of want to look at the comments now since we posed those questions. Like, Brandon says, small distilleries, yes.
For sure.
I mean, we can't really think of any in our area that have.
No.
Caitlin says, I'm curious how Hudson Baby Bourbon is still around.
I mean, didn't they just rebrand?
They did.
They were like, but do you think it's because they had such a
possibly
unfavorable thing going on that they were like, we got to strip this down and restart?
It could be, yeah.
Maybe.
Whiskey Mountain says Dickel is going to fall apart after ADHD's review of their Tabasco whiskey. I saw the thumbnail of that. I haven't watched the video, but I saw the thumbnail and I'm like, interesting.
He is the world's top whiskey taster, but I'm coming for that crown.
He is the wild turkey.
I won't get it, but it'll be fun to try.
Let's see. Doug points out, why are there 400 plus people watching and still only 164 likes? Well, I mean, we like thumbs up. If you want to give them, that's cool.
Thanks for calling it out, Doug. We like that.
Tony Bacadonut says, I wish I was high on pod news.
Mike Hale says, my cat watches Bourbon Night with me. Oh, we have a feline fan.
Does he have his own separate
should we make little
subscriber
pet shirts?
that he can become a subscriber, like his own Google account? Because we would like that. We're trying to think if we could hit that 80 by next week, but that's like 800 people in a week. And
that's fine.
Tell your friends, get them to subscribe.
I'm quality over quantity anyways.
Yeah,
so.
that's true. That's true. Yes, I'm just trying to see.
Did you get the Rain?
I have not
Rain
yet.
King?
Let me get over
I'm out
there.
of product, but
I have some product.
that's probably for the best because it is almost 9:30. You know I don't.
I
like
got
that.
two.
Says, don't forget that like button. Happy 5 years. Love the show and the conversations. Thank you.
Thank you much.
Thanks for the super chat.
Like it. Trying to see what other people are weighing it. Hey, go ahead.
Oh, he just says bars that keep them afloat. Yeah. I mean.
Yeah.
And like, there's something for everyone, right? Like, a lot of these places stay afloat because they do form connections with, I guess, maybe people in their local or regional area. And there's a lot of almost like team pride about, oh, this is from my hometown, so we're going to amp it up. I get that, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like why we don't do a lot of regional stuff, though, is because not everybody has access to that. So it's like kind of lost on the audience.
And honestly,
sometimes.
the odds are not in their favor, whether it will get a favorable review from us. So we kind of just be like,
well, it's hard. I don't want to give a regional distillery who's only in our area, so other people can't relate to or get this product, whatever. I don't want to taste their 36-month-old product, which I know, based on my taste, I mean, I'm not going to love it. I can taste it and say you're on the right track or
unless
not.
they're that like 5% that you taste their 3-year product and like, this is only 3 years. This is delicious. And like I said,
but the
usually
odds are
the odds
not
are
in
not
their
in their
favor.
favor.
Why should I?
Todd Cooper says, I will say craft distilleries seem to have better go at it than craft breweries. Breweries have been dropping off a lot, but the distilleries can make gin, vodkas, and the like, and have cocktails.
He's cocktails. You know what he means.
And have cocktail.
Change of subject, but Michael wants to know if we've ever had the Bell Mead honey, and yes, once. We had it in 2019 at the Bourbon Classic. We got a secret pour of the Bell Mead honey, and it was the one and only time we've tasted it. It's like I'm glad I tried it because it's so delicious. I'm also mad that I tried it because we don't have any, and we will probably never get any.
Right. Well,
Very
you know,
sad.
I was doing a little thing for Bourbon on the Banks today, and I was watching that footage, and I saw when you tasted their maple syrup.
The not Bell Mead. It was
Whistle Pig's maple syrup.
I was mad about that.
It was so good.
It was so good. I was mad. I was pissed because Whiskey Nate, who is on Instagram, I would expect that most of you, Whiskey with a View, know and love Nate and follow him. But he was like, "You want to try something special? Here's this maple syrup." And I tried it. And I was like, my world opened up a little bit. I'm like, this is maybe one of the best things I've ever tasted. Like, so delicious. And he was like, yeah, we only sell this distillery only, and like we only do like a couple of batches a year.
We've said this on a live, and
then
people have pointed out, like, no, it's on their you can go buy a bottle right now on their website. So I feel like that was 2019. I feel like
maybe it's changed.
Things have changed. Ooh. Things have changed.
I mean, the Woodinville maple syrup.
Maybe that was the Woodinville.
It's I don't know. We'll have to check it out. But the Woodinville maple syrup that Joseph Brazo sends is also very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get angry when I try something that's so amazingly good, and then I've learned right after that I can never have it again.
Right.
I get mad. I'm like, why would you give this to me then? Mm-hmm. Makes me upset. But it's probably for the best, you know? Yeah. It's about the experience, right?
Well, I guess since this was an uncorking, let's wrap up this. I feel like more research is needed. I feel like
I agree.
It is good. It is tasty.
Okay.
I am glad that we have a bottle.
Take these out of the equation.
Right. Just this guy.
Do you feel like it's unfairly priced at $80? These are out of the equation. We're not thinking about this. We're thinking about other things.
It doesn't taste like $80 to me.
I think I would rather take my money and try to find a bottle of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. No?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or Stag Junior.
Or Stag Junior.
Yeah.
If we're and these are like the top ones that we normally throw out.
Lacking a little bit of complexity and dimension.
Gary, don't waste your time on the Town Branch. Sorry, Town Branch.
I think he was pointing that out as like, why does this? Yeah.
That one was hot.
Hot take. Yeah, I definitely want to try this up against the much more expensive priced Master's Keep Wild Turkey Collection.
Because like, if you're going to go 80, then just go 120
right.
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more than that, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. I wish I had that. Oh, I do. Holy crap. It's right here.
What in the world? We're not doing that right now.
We won't.
We'll do it another time.
We will. Another time.
Quit picking up your glass like you're about to do something.
I'm not.
I'm taking this away from you.
No. I'll just take like 30 seconds. Just 30 seconds. Just 30 seconds.
Is it $400 on the secondary good, Nick? No.
Oh, we're debating if it's $80 good.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Just go find a good pick or a rare breed. Honestly, both of them. And you'll be about $20 over what this costs, but then you have 2 bottles.
Okay. It may have been the episode previous of the current episode of This Is My Bourbon Podcast with Perry. I was on there, and he poured me some of his single cask nation Wild Turkey 9-year. That's 115.4 proof. And at the time, we were like, this is the only way you can get barrel proof Wild Turkey. And then here comes this
Here
thing.
comes that. Surprise!
But this is like a point higher in proof. It's 4 years less, but it's $101.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's got a drying effect that reminds me of this. We tried this before, and I wasn't over the moon about it.
But
you said 30 seconds, sir.
It's got a wild turkeyness to it.
I was 30 seconds.
I don't think this has.
Fair.
I don't know if I would pay $101 versus this $80 for that nominal difference.
Yeah.
But I think I might like this little single cask nation guy a little bit better than this. There we go. Maybe that's our flight fight. But
I don't know that it's unreasonable at $80. Like, it makes sense.
For the age, I think it's reasonable. You gotta think about real quick. You gotta think about Knob Creek, 12-year and 15-year.
Right. That's why I feel like
$100.
Reasonable.
For
yes.
Either, what was it? The 100 proof or the 120. Like, I can't remember. They came out with different ones.
I know. There was 2.
I think one was barrel proof.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know right now.
I don't know.
I've had so many things.
Who are you?
Yeah. This on its own, I get it. I know why it's $80. 100%. Yeah. Like, it's not my most favorite thing in this category. Because we mentioned when we think about things like Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, which I bring up because I know there's going to be someone in the comments that brings it up. When we think about things like Stag Jr., harder to find, but should be retail less money.
And then as we brought out,
it's hard to stand up. Now, when we talk about even within its own distillery, I have a hard time arguing the $80 price point when we're looking at these two things that are both less expensive, and I feel like stand up to it pretty solidly.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not that what's in here is bad, and it's not that I don't think it's worth $80. They've created a problem for themselves, and that's why I got on the topic of they're going to realize that at some point, and they're going to have to solve it. And is that taking something away? No, surely not. It's got to be
this is
changing the dials of pricing.
This is due for a new batch, a new proof.
Leave it alone.
You know,
I guarantee.
It's been around for what? Years.
I'm just reading the stars and predicting that something is going to happen with Rare Breed in the next 1 to 2 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. Actually, I've not heard anything about that. I don't know that, and I hope nobody hears this or does anything about it. I hope it stays the same forever.
Yeah.
But this move makes me think that something's got to change here.
Yeah, there we go.
Very sad. I don't want that.
Real quick.
Just throw salt over your shoulder and pray that doesn't happen.
Doug saying congrats on 5 from you, and this whole conversation is why there are 400 people watching now. Thank you,
Thanks, Doug. And you can go follow Doug over on Taste and Sensibility.
Mm-hmm.
He's taught me most of the things I know about cheese and honey.
That'll do it for us. Thanks so much, guys. We really appreciate it.
Gary, we're working on that shirt for you.
Yeah.
Gary says, I want a Proof Hounds t-shirt. We're working on that.
Yeah, we will work on that for you.
Promise.
But that'll do it. Thanks so much, guys. I gotta remember now what I do.
Don't forget to be on the lookout for new merch. New merch Friday.
New merch Friday.
Coming soon to you.
Yes.
Go, go, go. I'm sorry.
No. All good. Thanks, guys. This was a great warm-up for our 5-year... I mean, officially, it is our 5-year anniversary.
I promise we still like each other even after 5 years.
I would say even a little bit more than like, even.
Oh, gross.
I know, gross. And on that note, we will see you guys later. Thanks so much. We'll see you Friday and then next Sunday. Drink more bourbon.
Bye.